Okay, I've just got a scarf on my hair just because that's how I usually have my hair. But anyway, good morning everybody. I thought I would film a very quick get ready with me and slash Q&A. I have a few questions I want to answer, and then I also have a handbag unboxing. Very excited to unbox that. It's literally just arrived. I don't know how long I've got because, as you know, I only up for film content when Lyric is napping. So yeah, first of all, I want to say that I am very sorry for just in general being a rubbish content creator right now. Well, YouTuber. Oh, my hands are so dry. I'm gonna have to moisturize them because having to edit this video and seeing my crusty hands. No. Just no. I'm sorry for being a rubbish YouTuber. Do you know what? I have contemplated quitting YouTube just because I can't keep up. I literally cannot, and I don't know how other mums, parents do it. They probably have help. They probably have video editors or childcare, I don't know. But I have thought about quitting YouTube just because I feel like I'm so rubbish at doing it. I'm so inconsistent. I don't even know what to put out there. Yeah. But do you know what? I'm just accepting that this is where I'm at, and I will upload content when I can. And I hope you guys are okay with it. I'm sorry. But yeah, I said I was gonna upload like every I said I was gonna upload like every week, and yeah, that is yet to happen. I'm gonna do so I just want to apologize because I've been rubbish. I have been uploading a few shorts, like a few fashion shorts, and they're some of them are doing all right. That's easier for me to do just because I already upload that content onto Instagram. So yeah. Speaking of Instagram, I also want to quit. Anyway, I'm doing a really light makeup today because, to be honest, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not really going anywhere. But I want to film because Lyric's napping. The only issue is I don't know how long he's going to nap for. I mean, he's already been napping for an hour. He could nap for another hour. He could nap for 5 minutes, I don't know. But I still wanted to get this video in. Hopefully I'll be able to edit it today and upload it, which is Wednesday, at the latest Thursday, which is tomorrow. It's actually Valentine's Day. That shows how how my head is just not even like, I don't even know what day it is. But yeah, today is actually Valentine's Day. Jack and I went out for a meal on Sunday, which was the first meal that we've had, just us two, in months. Yeah, like in such a long time, probably since summer of last year. But yeah, it is actually Valentine's Day today. What are you guys doing? Are you guys going for a meal? Are you guys staying in? We are staying in. I mean, it didn't even feel like Valentine's Day for me. It's just one of those. It's just another day in my head. Lyric has his 16-week jabs today. A lot of parents get quite nervous when their babies have got like jabs and all that kind of thing, but to be honest, Lyric is so good with them. Like, he doesn't even cry really. He's so good with them, like, and he always sleeps really well whenever he has jabs. Like, the night of the jab, he will sleep so well. So to be honest, I'm not that worried about them. Anyway, so I popped on a little bit of concealer, and I think today I'm just going to go in with the Bare Minerals, what do you call them? Bare Minerals foundations, because I like to wear this when I want really light makeup. Anyone else loving Beyonce's new song? Like, it's living rent free in my head right now. This might come across as a bit weird, but I love, oh my god, this is too dark. I love country music. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be like I listen to country music all the time, but if I come across a good country song, I will play it for like weeks and weeks, months and months and months. But yeah, I do love country music, and I am loving her new song. Her new album, actually. I've heard a couple of songs on there and I want to listen to the whole thing. I might actually do that on my walk today. But her new album, I'm just loving the vibe of it. I personally didn't like her previous album. Didn't love it at all. But like, I like her older songs and I love this new album. Anyway, let me answer some of your questions. First question I'm going to answer is motherhood and pregnancy. Your assumptions / expectations versus reality of the journey. Oh, okay. Let's start off with pregnancy. With pregnancy, I thought I would experience more pregnancy symptoms at the beginning than I did. I literally had no symptoms. I'm sure if you follow me on my Instagram, you'll know that I've already talked about this before. A lot of these things I've mentioned here and there. I've never properly talked about them on YouTube. But yeah, I had a really good first trimester, if I'm being completely honest. I had no morning sickness, and throughout my pregnancy, I didn't have any aversions, no specific cravings, nothing of that sort. The first trimester was an absolute breeze. I know some people are going to hate me for saying that because so many women suffer with horrible sickness throughout the whole day, throughout the whole pregnancy, and I really do feel for you. I feel like that's why I knew I was having a boy, because, well, inside knew, didn't actually know that I was having a boy. Because I had no symptoms at all. When it comes to postpartum, there's a couple. So so I don't know if they're literally, I don't know if I would say expectations / assumptions, but again, this is just my view, my experience. I'm just going to answer honestly. But I thought I would struggle more with breastfeeding than I have. Very thankfully, I haven't struggled with breastfeeding. It's honestly been one of the best experiences of postpartum. I think as well, when I was around 37 weeks, I tried to harvest some colostrum. I didn't even get like a drop. Okay, I didn't get a drop, which started worrying me. I was like, oh god, am I not going to be able to breastfeed? Because I really, really wanted to breastfeed. So if you're watching this and you're pregnant and you are at the end of your pregnancy and you cannot harvest any colostrum, don't worry. It doesn't always mean that you won't be able to breastfeed. Yeah, so I feel like going online, which you just naturally do, Googling things, which you just naturally do when you're pregnant for the first time and you don't know what's about to come, you hear so many different experiences. And for me, I heard a lot of negative experiences. Of breastfeeding, and those experiences are so valid and I can totally understand them. Like, for example, if you have a baby who has a tongue tie, cannot latch properly or struggles with latching, if you have issues with supply and you're not producing enough, all of those things can be extremely stressful. I've had times where I've questioned my own supply because I breastfeed on demand. I don't know how much breast milk I produce. The only way that I know that I'm producing enough is because Lyric is quite a big baby, so I know that I'm producing enough. But there's definitely been times where it's kind of stressed me out and it's played on my mind, like, is this enough? Like, am I doing well? I feel like that could massively, like really massively affect your mental health. But I'm very grateful to say that my experience has been great. Very grateful for that. But yeah, I didn't expect that, so that's been a pleasant thing. On the flip side, the newborn stage, wow. When it comes to the newborn stage, I heard very mixed things, and because of that I kind of just wanted to, I heard, oh sorry, I've just got my mirror here. I heard very mixed things when it comes to the newborn stage. Some people love it, some people don't love it so much, and I genuinely thought that I would thrive. I thought I would, I laugh because if I don't laugh I'll cry. I thought I would love the newborn stage more than I did. The newborn stage genuinely gives me anxiety. Like if we were to ever have any more children, it scares me. What my expectations of the newborn stage were, I expected the newborn stage to be like hugs and cuddles and snuggles, and that's all it is, and it's just magical and fairies and whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a lot of snuggles, a lot of hugs, a lot of like wonderful moments, but it also comes with the sleep deprivation, like absolute sleep deprivation. It comes with the figuring out what am I doing it right. It comes with the, also I think it's different depending on your personal circumstances. Like if you have family or you have people around you who are there to cook, clean, help you during the night time, but if you don't have that, then yeah, it's stressful. I mean, I say newborn stage, what I mean is just the whole, maybe just first year. Obviously I've not had lyric for a year, but I assume this is just what it's going to be like for the next year. And to be honest, it's mainly the sleep deprivation that just is absolutely horrible. I'm tired all of this, every day, all day, every day. I'm absolutely exhausted. Yeah, I'm so tired. But during the first few weeks of having a baby, like, silly me expected a baby to just sleep all the time. I think for the first 4 weeks he did sleep. For the first 4 weeks he did sleep all the time. And then after that he was just awake all of the time. I thought he would just nap constantly, and he just didn't. Now we are on some sort of a routine when it comes to napping. I say routine because, sorry, my camera just cut me off then, but yeah, I say routine loosely because we don't really have a routine except from like bedtime. But now that we are, now that I've learned way more about baby sleep and sleep schedules and wake windows and making sure that he's not up for too long, because then he gets overtired, and when he's overtired he is even harder to put down. Now that I'm learning that, things are getting better, like, and he's learning to self-soothe. And now that I've learned that, things are better. I feel like I'm having a lot more time on my own. Like, for me, like, I can have an hour or so, a couple of hours where I can get on with jobs. I can maybe watch a little bit of TV. I can have a cup of tea that doesn't go cold. I can eat without being interrupted. All those kind of things are getting better, but I genuinely thought that the newborns, like the beginning of having a baby, would be just hugs and cuddles and all that kind of thing, and it hasn't. It's been like sleep deprivation on another level. I don't think I've slept for more than 4 hours for about a year, because obviously in pregnancy as well I had insomnia. I would wake up at 3 a.m. and my day would start then because I just couldn't sleep properly. Okay, let me do my eyeliner. I always feel so much more alive when I have eyeliner on. Right, give me a second, let me get the next question out. Oh, next question is, why did you stop showing your son's face on Instagram? The plan was always to not really even show his face at all online. That was always my plan anyway. Basically, this is like, this is no judgment to anybody who does show their kid online. Like, you do you. I don't judge nobody for nothing. I did show Lyric a little bit on Instagram stories, and like, I think within the first 8 weeks, I showed him quite a bit. No, I'd say probably like 5 times. And then now that he's growing up, and I feel like his face is becoming a bit more, he looks a little bit more like a person and not just like a baby. I'm not really showing him that much. Just because with me having a public platform, like a public Instagram, I don't know who is watching my channel. I don't know who is watching my stories. I could literally scroll through, but it would take me a long time. I don't know who's watching. I don't know who. There's a lot of strange people online, okay? Yeah, if you go on TikTok and you get baby content, kiddie content on your For You page, have you ever noticed how that kind of content always has a strangely huge amount of saves? I mean, a lot of those saves are from innocent people. Some of them aren't. And that's the issue. I can't control who sees my child. So because I can't control that, I don't show him. I've always, even when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm not gonna show him at all. And then I kind of showed him a little bit, and then I started showing like his side profile, and now I just don't show. I just pop like an emoji on his face. I don't feel comfortable. It also just doesn't come natural to me. It doesn't come natural for me to share personal things online. It just doesn't. I share very little of my personal life, very little of things that really, things that are really going on in my life. I think Lyric's waking up. I share very little of my personal life. I just like to keep my personal life personal. I don't share much of my relationship. I don't share Lyric on my personal or on my public Instagram. I have a personal Instagram, which when I was pregnant with Lyric and I was nearly about to pop, I literally removed a bunch of people and only kept a few people who I actually know. It just doesn't come natural for me to share him online. It just doesn't come natural. Even when I have shared him, I've second guessed it. I've thought about deleting it. It just doesn't come natural to me to share him online. But this is coming from somebody who does love watching. This is coming from someone who does love watching family content. I love watching family content. I love watching that kind of dynamic. I love watching mums on YouTube. I love watching all that kind of thing, but I just don't want to produce that kind of content. I know full well that kind of content, I've said content about a million times. I know full well that kind of content gets so many views, does so well online. Like even every time I share like a picture or something to do with Lyric on Instagram, my story views go every time. I also just don't want to become reliant on sharing or oversharing my child online in order to grow a following. I don't want to do that. I don't want to rely on him becoming content. I don't want Lyric to become my content. Another thing is that I remember once I was watching Patricia Bright on Instagram and then on YouTube, and she was saying how she was out with her daughter and somebody recognised her daughter before they recognised her. Also, that concept kind of freaks me out a little bit. Like, imagine if I wasn't with Lyric and somebody recognised him. Like, I'm talking about when he's like older. Not right now, I don't think. It would just freak me out. Like, also, you know, like the idea of sharing him and then one day him being really embarrassed and being like, why did you share so much of my life? He hasn't consented to it, and I know that might sound a bit ridiculous to some people because he's only a baby. It's my job to consent on his behalf, but he hasn't consented to being online and being, you know, online for everyone to see. He hasn't agreed to that, and I feel like it's just not a choice. It's not a decision that I don't feel like it's a decision that I can make for him, just because I don't know what he's going to be like when he's older. Basically, there's just so many more cons to showing him than not showing him, and just the fact that, like I said, it doesn't come natural to me to share personal things on my public pages, so I just don't. it might change one day, I don't know. If I'm still on Instagram when he's a teenager and he wants to be on my Instagram, then I might share him. I've come into Lyric's nursery just because I'm with him now. He's just in his cot playing. He absolutely loves his mobile. He loves that. He could stare at it for hours and hours on end. Right now he's just looking at me. I might just turn him around so he can just fully stare. Are you looking at mummy? Are you wondering whose mummy's talking to? He is so smiley. I know I talked about earlier how hard postpartum is. I feel like I'm kind of I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I say that very loosely because there are so many, I mean, he's going to be in my life forever, so there's going to be so many stages of Lyric, but this stage right now I'm starting to enjoy. He's nearly 4 months old, he's learnt to smile, he doesn't need to be held constantly. I can just put him on his play mat and he can just play. He's interested in the toys. He loves Baby Sensory on TV. I put that on for him. What else? He's just at like a stage which I'm really, really loving. He's also, which is the best thing ever, learned to smile. Oh my god. I could literally have slept 2 hours, like all night. But when I wake up and he looks at me and he smiles, my heart, okay? Anyway, I will also say quickly that Lyric is ill. He's been ill for nearly 2 weeks now. We were actually, about a week and a half ago, we actually had to go to A&E because he was really struggling with his breathing. So if you hear somebody breathing quite loudly, yeah, Lyric, I'm talking about you. He just smiled at me. If you hear him breathing really loudly, he's fine. It's absolutely fine. We've been to the hospital about it, and I also had a doctor's appointment. He's been checked over several times, and he is coming at the end of it. He's at the end of his illness. Yeah, it was actually quite horrible. It was really, really horrible. Really, really stressful time. Yeah, I was like up all night watching him sleep just because I was so stressed. But we're at the end of it now. He's doing much better. The funny thing is, like, he sounds like really congested and like really ill. He's just so happy. I find that, like, when I'm ill, I'm in a foul mood. But when he's ill, like he's been ill, it's the first time he's been ill. He's still so smiley, still got loads of energy, still like playful even though he's ill. So yeah, if you do hear noise in the background, it's just Lyric. Baby boy is unfortunately a little bit ill, but we are a week and a half, nearly 2 weeks in, so hopefully he's at the end of it. And right, let me do the Polen unboxing, because if I don't do it now, I won't do it, and I have makeup on right now, so let's just get it done in time, okay? I ordered this bag. I'm just going to unbox it and then we can talk about it, because I hate when people do that. Here is the box. I don't know if you can see, but the Polen packaging has completely changed. They now use this kind of like textured box with Polen written. It's written down here. Yeah, it said it wasn't going to come until the 29th of February, so I was actually quite surprised that it's come already. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the inside. Ooh. This is what it looks like on the inside. I'm sure you all guessed it. This is the bag which I went for. So this is the Polen Sime bag, I think. I think that's what it's called, the Sime bag. Had this bag on my wish list for a very, very long time. And that's what it looks like. It is beautiful. And yeah, it's even more beautiful in real life. If you don't know, I feel like all of the girls, I've seen this bag all over Instagram and it's been on my wish list for such a long time. And then it has a short handle as well. And then with the sides, so you can have the sides tucked in like so. have the sides tucked in like so, or you can actually pop them out. I think, oh yeah, there we go. Pop them out like that. So you can have it like that. What do you think? Do you like it? New nappy bag? Do you like it? Yeah. In terms of the quality, I think the quality is really good. It's like a microfiber inside, really, really soft inside. Oh, and it also comes with a little pouch. Okay, that's really good. So it comes with a little pouch where you can just pop all of your essentials which you don't want the world to see. Okay, I'm gonna end this vlog here because now that Lyric's awake, I'm just gonna go and play with him, entertain him for the next couple of hours, well, hour or so. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this very mini vlog. Didn't really do that many questions, but I answered like the more motherhood related ones. So yeah. I can do another Q&A at another point, but I do them quite regularly on my Instagram anyway, so follow me on Instagram if you want to ask any questions, and yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll link the bag in the description box. I'll catch up with you all very, very soon. Bye.